Yo, I used to burn it down, but they ain't appreciate the fire now. I'm back to make them bow at the feet of their Messiah. Through these speakers, how I'm preaching to the choir after all these sacrifices. It's the time.
Yo. Welcome to the podcast for champions with your host and co-host, Brian Poole, Roger Thomas. Roger, tell the people what's up.
Man, what's up, people? Everybody got a great show for you tonight. Man, Forbidden Door this weekend. It's gonna be a banger.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's gonna do pretty well. I really do.
I guess because I'm not really a fan of New Japan because I never really watched it. So it's kind of new to me, but I'm guessing it's gonna be good. You got two professional wrestling companies going at it.
Don't feel bad. I don't watch it either much, but I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
And learn about these people.
Yeah, the only person I know of is Okada. That's the only person I know of.
That's pretty much.
And then Suzuki, because he's been on AEW a few times, had some matches with Lance Archer, had some matches with Moxley, and I think he even had one with Danielson. So he's the only one I really know. Everybody else is kind of new to me.
Yep.
But since we're getting on Forbidden Door, which is June 26th, only on pay-per-view, and you can catch it on Bleacher Report for $50, or if you in the UK, it's only $20. But you got to have a VPN, and you got to know how to do it. So, but no worries over here because we already got the pay-per-view, and it's going to be a banger, as Roger says.
A banger.
Go ahead and pull up this match card real quick from cagesidseats.com. So, got a stacked card, a lot of AEW and New Japan talent on here. We got the Gun Club, which is Billy and his sons with Max Caster versus the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo team of the DKC, Kevin Knight, Alex Coughlin, and Yuya Uemura. And that's going to be on the buy-in. I don't know who's going to win that because I don't know this team. I think I'm just going to go with AEW all these matches. I'll probably go with the gun, the Acclaim and the Ass Boys.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I don't see them. They hot together. I don't see them losing. Plus, we got old school Billy in there too. So I think it's gonna be a go. It's gonna be a close one though, but it's gonna be a great way to open up the pay-per-view because they claim they're one of the hottest tag teams. Probably would have been tag champions if Bowens didn't get hurt. So that set them back a little bit. I think they will hold tag team gold eventually, just don't know when. And Billy's sons, I don't think they'll ever hold the belts, but never know.
Nah, I don't. Maybe down the line.
I see them more in the order of Dark Order. Like Dark Order wants to chase gold, but there's so much of a comedy. Yeah, I mean, no one can really take them serious.
Right. I totally agree.
Yeah. So second match on the card. We got Dudes with Attitudes, which is Sting, Darby Allin, Hiromu Takashi, and Shingo Takagi versus the Bullet Club, which is the Young Bucks, El Fatisamo, and Hikuleo, who's also been on AEW a lot lately. I'm going with the Bullet Club.
Me too.
Only because this whole pay-per-view, according to Jay White, it's all about the Bullet Club and the Undisputed Elite.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, Bullet Club is all known in New Japan, so I don't see them coming to this pay-per-view to lose. So I think they'll end up pulling that one off. Young Bucks always find a way to win, and they're the AEW tag champs. So I don't see them losing. But it'd be exciting to see Sting, get a few punches in and stuff. And I'm not too sure about the other two. And Darby always gonna be doing Darby stuff, so
Yeah.
I already know that's gonna be good.
That's on the main card or the buy-in?
That's on the main card.
Okay.
You know they ain't gonna put Sting on no buy-in now. People gonna pay for Sting, and it's in Chicago. People gonna pay for Sting.
Yeah.
Next match they got is Eddie Kingston and Shota Umino. Not familiar with him. And Willa Yuta versus Chris Jericho, and who we mentioned earlier, Manu Suzuki and Sammy Guevara. That's gonna be a good one.
I'm going with Eddie Kingston.
I'm going with the Wizard. I'm going with the Wizard on that one. We're gonna have to divide on that one, man.
The Wizard, man.
I like Kingston. Don't get me wrong, man, but there's some stuff about him. Like, to me, he has all the hype to win a match and do stuff, but then he always blows it. He blows it somehow. Like,
Yeah,
Daniel Bryanson, that the last pay-per-view had Jericho like literally passed out, and he gonna pour gasoline on Jericho. He want to set that motherfucker on fire. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, you know how expensive gas prices is?
Yeah.
You pay some gas on this man? Like, you must hate this man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So I got Jericho in the win in that one. And so Sammy Guevara been on a hot roll recently. And you know they're gonna have Tay Conti on their side as well. So that's who I got winning that one. Chris Jericho. All right, next match we got Zack Sabre Jr. And this was actually going to be versus Bryan Danielson on Dynamite.
Yeah.
But Bryan Danielson is still dealing with an injury, so he won't be medically cleared to compete for Forbidden Door or Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
So he got someone to replace him as the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club. We don't know who this is. He said, you're not going to find out. He said, then you notice that I came through on the bad guy portal entrance. So I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to find out. I think it was a great promo from him, but we don't know who this could be.
I've heard options.
Who's your top two? Who you heard?
I've heard.
We'll debate.
From what I'm hearing, Cesaro or Johnny Gargano.
Damn it, Roger. You must have seen the same article I seen, man. Them the two I had in mind, too. But what if it's MJF?
That's a possibility. I thought about that today while I was coming home.
He said he came through on the bad side portal. So that gave me kind of a hint because, you know, with Blackpool Combat Club, they're not faces or heels.
Yeah.
Because they look like they're faces, but they cut heel promos.
Yeah.
And,
they do.
And you know how William Regal is. That's all he's been about. So he's always been like, oh, he look like he a face, but he really a heel. So that one's kind of hard for me. I would say, because he said technical also. So that's why I was like, well, MJF is not technical.
He wouldn't fit in the blood. He wouldn't fit in the blood and guts match either. So
no. Cesaro can be. He's very athletic. I wouldn't say technical. I would say athletic. Gargano, the only person I could think of that's technical.
Yeah,
that could fit in there.
That's the only person.
Yeah, and he was backstage at an AEW. I don't know if it was the last pay-per-view on Dynamite or something, and someone leaked it, and they was like, "Oh my God, Gargano!" He never denied signing with AEW. He said, you know, since he's a free agent, his options are still open, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just gonna be another WWE guy eventually. Yeah. Unless it's a guy from New Japan, you know, coming over to join. That would be kind of different to me. Honestly, this whole pay-per-view card is full of ex-WWE guys. Exactly what MJF was talking about.
Yeah.
Especially this next match that we have. So I can't go on who that's gonna be because I've never really seen Zack Sabre fight, nor I don't know who the special. I'm gonna leave that one open. Last time we did an episode on a Thursday night, they ended up dropping some shit or 2 matches extra on the pay-per-view. So who knows? We might find out on Rampage who the special person is, or they'll probably put the TNT title on the line or some bullshit.
Yeah.
We won't know. Next match on the card, we got Pac, WWE guy, Miro, WWE guy, Tyler Black, WWE guy, versus Tomohiro Ishii for the new AEW All Atlantic Championship, which, in other words, the European Championship.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just call it the AEW European. They just called it the All Atlantic. Because a lot of people criticize the belt like, oh, so it's pretty much the women's championship with flags.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
that's a good way to look at it.
And then one of the flags, they was like, that's not even part of the Atlantic coast or whatever, all Atlantic. I don't know.
This is what I think about this match.
Okay.
They're gonna probably give it to Miro to push that belt, to get that belt over, for one. But I think it should go to Malachi Black. But apparently they're gonna save him for the trios titles.
I think it's gonna be Pat. Only because
I don't have a problem with that.
Pac's been there since day one and has not won a championship because he's had injuries. I think he's gotten injured 3 or 4 times in the last 3, and then COVID and stuff. So he hasn't really been seen on TV or had a belt. So I think this one should go to him because he's been there the longest. Miro, I wouldn't mind because he's been out as well with the injury. It's exciting to see him back. But the promo that he cut was faced more towards the TNT Championship than the All Atlantic Championship, even though they just announced it right around that same time he came back.
Yeah.
Malachi, I wouldn't mind seeing him champ. I just think it's too early, and like you said, I think it should wait for the trios.
Yeah.
So, but then again, it could be this other guy. I've never seen him wrestle. He might be a beast, but this is gonna be a high action match. It's probably match of the night, honestly. But I'm gonna go with Pac just because he's been there long and hasn't really won any gold.
Yeah.
So
I don't see that belt going to New Japan though. So it's gonna be an AEW guy.
I don't know. There's a lot of look at what my man John Moxley won a championship from New Japan and wrestled it in both promotions.
Well, it could have.
I'm gonna go with Pac only because he's been there the longest.
I'm gonna go with Miro, even though I don't like Miro, but I'm gonna go with Miro.
You don't like the Redeemer?
No, I do not like that. No,
man, that damn promo he cut, man. I love that shit.
I ain't never been.
I already knew who it was. Man, I love Rusev / Miro. I'll get his autograph in a picture, man. That dude's fun, especially on Twitch. He a funny guy.
He should be in the heavyweight picture though. He shouldn't be TNT. None of that. He should be heavyweight guy.
Give him some time. Give him some time.
Give him some time. He's been there a while.
Man, he been out. And plus, I'm waiting on that storyline back with him and Kip Sabian when he turned his back on him.
Yeah. Okay.
They still got some unfinished business. But Miro, I want him back as the TNT champ because honestly, the best TNT champs was Cody Rhodes, Brody Lee, and Miro, honestly. Like, if you think of the matches they have had and the opponents they have faced, like, only reason I threw Cody Rhodes in there, and people might slap me for this, because Cody Rhodes did an open challenge every Rampage or something. Like, excuse me, every Dynamite, he put his belt on the line. And had different people such as Darby Allin. He had matches with Scorpio Sky. He's had matches with Jungle Boy. So it's just like, he made the title what it's supposed to be, the workhorse belt.
Yeah.
And right now, I feel like it's lost its value in a way after Brody died. Because after that, everybody else that have held the belt, like even Cody Rhodes' second reign wasn't as good as his first.
I agree.
Because he lost that belt right then. Darby's reign was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. Miro had the best one. And then everybody else, like Guevara, it wasn't that good. Than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be really good, but it wasn't that good. And now Scorpio has it, which I give it some time. He's a 2-time TNT champ now, so just gotta give it some time. He ain't really been fighting anyone. Like he's fought Dante Martin, which was a really good match. And then I guess Wardlow's next in line. So I'm like, yeah, Wardlow's gonna take that belt.
yeah, it's gonna be Wardlow.
He's gonna take that. But if he does beat him, I would not be surprised. That would actually be a good move for, that putting a strap on Wardlow.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe Ethan Page will probably be the one that takes the belt from him. I think it'll be like a quick turn. Because I can see Scorpio Sky more of as a face than a heel. He does do good as a heel, but Ethan Page, man, he brings it, man. He brings it.
I agree.
So the next match we got a triple threat for all the gold for the Ring of Honor Championship and the IWGP Tag Titles. The FTR, the greatest tag team, living legends on this planet, against Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan versus Robani Vice. I'm going with FTR.
Me too, hands down.
Because I don't know both of them from Asheville, but I know Dax is from Asheville, so I'm keeping it in North Carolina. We got Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm. I don't think this should have happened too soon.
They needed women representation on the pay-per-view. Only reason they're on this card.
Not Storm though, man. Like I like everybody know me. Like in WWE, I was a huge Tony Storm fan. And in NXT UK, I just don't think it's her time just yet.
Nah.
I mean, bruh, what about Chris Statlander? That's my girl. Why she ain't fighting Thunder Rosa?
Here's my issue with this. Thunder Rosa gets no TV time. And she's your women's champion. Marina Shafir get more TV time than the women's champion do.
I'm trying to keep it PG, Roger. But since you want to go there, let's go there. Yeah, absolutely right. Marina Shafir is getting way more TV time than the damn AEW championship. Jay Cargill gonna get her TV time.
Yeah, exactly.
What's my girl name? Britt Baker, DMD. She gonna get her TV time. Even fucking Jamie Hayter gonna get her TV time. Serena Deeb gets her TV time.
Exactly.
What is going on? AEW championship champion Thunder Rosa. Y'all need to push that woman. That's a beautiful woman holding a beautiful belt, and she's great in the ring. Yeah, she got all my respect. Rosa gonna win regardless. I'm going with Rosa.
Yeah, me too. I'm going with Rosa too.
Maybe she gonna cut a heel promo and be like, "I'm the one that should be pushed."
I don't get it.
Next match on the card, we got Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, for the IWGP United States title. This is gonna be a very entertaining match. I love Orange Cassidy. I couldn't wait for him to come back because I think he's been off of. Might have been 2 pay-per-views. I know one for sure. I don't know. It might have been 2, and I've missed him. Like I love Orange Cassidy. I would love to see him win, but I think Ospreay will take this.
Yeah, Ospreay's gonna take that title. It's gonna be that's gonna be the show of the match of the night right there.
Yep. And then you got I don't know. We gotta go to this match. Jay White, who is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, putting his belt on the line against Okada, who we mentioned earlier in the show. The Cowboy, Hangman Page, and Adam Cole.
Baby.
Now, that one's going to be because there's been a lot of shit talking that whole promo. And I even sent you a video of the shit Jay White said. He won the belt. And I'm like, bro. And him and Adam Cole, it kind of cracks me up because they're like, oh, yeah, we're friends and stuff. And I could just see one of them just beating the shit out of each other.
Adam Cole was going to hit him with the belt Wednesday. He was going to hit him with that belt.
He said, oh, you going to challenge me? He said, oh, I'm not challenging you. So I was like, oh shit, it might actually be somebody in it might be MJF or somebody else. Because technically MJF is not fired. He's still in the contract with AEW.
Yeah.
They just removed all his merch and removed his name off profile. But with this one, I think Jay White. What?
It's gonna be Jay White.
I think Jay White's gonna win, and I think Kenny Omega's will come out after that because he's been talking shit about Omega too.
I can see that.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Because Omega kind of teased it on IG, a photo he did with the Young Bucks, and I'm like, he coming back very soon. He coming back, so whether it's just to show his damn face or he coming back to fight. It's one or the other. But I can expect him at Forbidden Door. I also can expect probably a special. I think CM Punk's gonna show back up at the end of the Moxley and Tanakashi match.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna show up because he already said he wanted to face him for the belt after he won the AEW championship after Revolution. So I think he's gonna challenge Moxley, and that'll be the build up for All Out in September.
And that's in Chicago too.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's in Chicago too. I heard people talking about it in Chicago too.
Well, they milking the damn. They milking that boy. They is milking CM Punk. I got Moxley winning, but they got they milking that shit. They milking it. Come here, CM Punk. Come here. Hey, I'm injured, but can I still be champ? Yeah, man. WWE would have damn stripped the damn belt quick. But Roman Reigns can go part-time. It's all good. He could wrestle. He's only gonna have one appearance before SummerSlam.
But we'll get to that later. Because I'm gonna go in on that.
I'm done with Forbidden Door.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Like I said, I just hope Rampage doesn't hit me with no bullshit that we forget to add in.
I'm yeah. I think Moxley too on that one too.
Okay. They got to represent AEW. I don't see him getting all the way there. Unless what you call it do win, and then CM Punk be like, you son of a bitch, you supposed to represent AEW. But if you think about it, when Moxley won the belt, he won it with the crowd, but then that was when everybody had to stop doing the they had to do the social distancing because COVID started becoming a thing at sporting events. So they had no fans in the arena. So his time of winning the belt was right around the same time as McIntyre. So they didn't really have that fan experience like they wanted to. So I see Moxley winning and holding it down. But then again, CM Punk did call this man out for a match. And then I don't know.
Tanakashi is too old though. He's like 40 something. Yeah. And it showed Wednesday in that match. Like he just can't keep up.
Yeah, and Moxley been like, I've been chasing you down for 3 years. So I'm like, he's gonna kick his ass.
Yeah.
You've been avoiding me, old man. You know. So but we both going with Moxley on that. So overall, man, this is a stacked card. I'm looking forward to it Sunday night.
How many 5-star matches you think? I'm thinking like 5.
I'll say 4.
You say 4? Okay.
The Jay White Fatal 4-Way, the main event from Moxley, Orange Cassidy, and I'll say the other Fatal 4-Way for the AEW All Atlantic because they're gonna go in, especially for that new belt. Jericho and them, they'll probably be a 4-star. FTR will be a 4-star, but that's it.
I see it.
All right. So now that we're done with AEW and Forbidden Door, let's get started on this WWE bullshit that's been going on.
This shit sucks.
So we're gonna talk about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Early this week, or was it late last? No, it was late last week. So late last week, we get reports that Vince McMahon is being under investigation due to $3 million of hush money paid to a former employee. Now, they have not made it yet to whether it was a male or female. Well, I'm guessing it was a female because they said that once he was done with him, he passed it on to Johnny Ace. People don't know who Johnny Ace is. That is John Laurinaitis, aka the Bella twins' stepfather. It is a mess, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mess.
It is a mess.
But the funny thing about it is Vince McMahon is still having fun about this because this is the most powerful man in the business. And I'm talking about in the world and also in the wrestling business. This man can't be touched. This man has been under investigations with
steroids.
For sure. I know that one. And I think, was it harassment too? Or some type of harassment back in the day? So he's been known with stuff. He's been accused of killing certain wrestlers off, such as Rowdy Piper, Owen Hart for sure, and possibly Chris Benoit. I won't say much as Eddie Guerrero, but he might have his hands dirty a little bit with that as well. Vince McMahon has always been accused of this stuff, and he's always got off. And I feel like this one opportunity he won't be able to get out of. He's smiling around and laughing at it like he ain't. Like he on SmackDown, he said, "Then, now, forever, together." Welcome to SmackDown. I took that as kiss my ass. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Then Monday night, he had fun again, said some stupid shit, talking about John Cena's coming back next Monday. And then he throws the mic and then he jumps off the damn steps and he comes to meeting for like the last 2 or 3 days. That man can't be touched. He's just having fun with this shit. So it kind of got me thinking maybe this is a fucking storyline. Because it's the same shit that happened with him faking his death, and this shit was all on CNN and shit until the Benoit shit happened.
I doubt it. This okay for the fans. We got to realize Stephanie McMahon is not running this company. This is still running this company. No.
Absolutely.
Well, John Laurinaitis is no longer, so he took the fall. He's out. He took a leave of absence.
Because they him anyway. People power. No.
Stephanie has to bleed this company dry. Bruce Pritchard, he got to go. He has to go. I mean, she just needs to run it dry and start over. But good news is Triple H is back at NXT. From what I'm hearing, hopefully the black and gold returns because NXT 2.0 sucks.
It's got some bad females on there. I will say it got some bad females on there. Half of them can't wrestle, but they do. But the male talent makes up for it. I love Trick Williams. I love Carmelo Hayes. Santos Escobar. I don't like Joe Gacy. I did like him at first until I see him start copying a little bit of Bray Wyatt, and I just lost like, nah, you ain't him.
Yeah.
I like Braun Breaker. I like Dexter Lumis, but they just let go too many good talents. But those are my few I like. I like Waller a little bit. And Chase University, they funny to me. So it's okay, but you can definitely tell that Vince watered that shit down, and then he got Shawn Michaels in it, and I mean he knows a little bit from what Triple H showed him, but not much. But Vince has all full creative control still. So I think once he loses that, Stephanie is gonna she's gonna hire her brother back. She's gonna hire Triple H back, and they're gonna run this shit. And WWE they'll probably get away from that sports entertainment. They'll probably go back to professional wrestling, what WWE was known for the longest time until it got changed in 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
that's my thoughts on that.
Or they will not survive. They will not survive. I don't see them surviving AEW.
Who is that?
WWE. I don't see them surviving. I mean, long term.
If they get their shit together immediately, then yes. Other than that, nah, the AEW too hot right now, man. They just signing these WWE guys, and even whether they go straight to the main card or they stay in the mid card, they'll always be there.
Yeah.
And Tony Khan don't care because he look at it as money. That's all he cares about.
Yep.
And with MJF cutting that promo, that makes a lot of sense. He has lots of money. So if he likes this guy, he throw the right price at you, he gonna do it. But I don't think everybody should go to AEW. Some should go to Impact. Like me again, everybody was talking, oh, she going to AEW. She went to Impact. No one didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So, and Impact still lets you wrestle in these different promotions. That's why I feel like that's what happened with Kiera Hogan. That's with Jade Cargill. She was with Impact. And then somehow, I don't know if her contract ran out or she just switched over, but now she's part of AEW.
Do you think Tony Khan will eventually buy Impact?
Yes.
I think so too.
I think so. Or I think him and the owner of New Japan Pro Wrestling, they'll probably go in half and have split custody of the product. Yeah. Impact's not bad. Like I've sat there and watched it. Like I didn't watch Slammiversary, but I seen like the highlights of it. It really wasn't a bad card. It's just it just changed from back in the day when he had that. I mean, they bring it back to Ace and Eights, but it ain't the same. You know, and then they had the Main Event Mafia. That's probably one of my favorite stables, factions of all time. You know, past like the Impact days. That's probably the best. But of course, Dixie Carter walked it dry. So it just wasn't the same. But Impact's not bad. I probably should start talking about that on our show too, a little bit. They don't come on regular TV, so that's why it's hard. I mean, I can subscribe to the Impact Wrestling app. I think their shows come live on there. If so, I'm gonna have to look into that. But I definitely want to start getting into Impact, start talking about that as well. Especially give us something to talk about when WWE ain't fucking up giving Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the 38th time, but this time in a last man standing match. I'm like, Roman Reigns win.
The outcome is not gonna change, man.
Roman Reigns is gonna win. The last time he was on a last man standing, he was with Kevin Owens, and he beat Kevin Owens. But this will go to a no contest. It's gonna piss people off. Hopefully, Bray Wyatt comes back at the end. He said he's coming back soon. He just never said when. Maybe he'll show the Forbidden Door.
I don't want him to go to WWE. I just don't.
Go ahead.
Not the way in the state it's in now. I don't want to go see him go back there.
He can fix it. It's just if Vince willing to work with him, like, hey man, you got free creative control. You do what you want. I'm fine with it. But I don't know at this point where they're going with it. Now, I will say this because we're wrapping up on that 5-minute mark. What's your thoughts on Sasha Banks? Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all not familiar, Sasha Banks was released last week, right around the same time as the Vince McMahon investigation went on.
So they say. But check this out.
They haven't confirmed it in a statement saying she was released. That's one. Number two, they haven't mentioned anything about it. Number three, they have removed all her merchandise off of the WWE shop. However, she is still on the roster as well as Naomi.
What I've heard is the lawyers are working on it, but it hasn't been signed off yet. It's done, but it hasn't been signed off yet by parties. So everybody was saying this week, but it's gonna be a little longer than that. WWE petty, so they're gonna take their precious time.
Yeah, I think her contract was about to expire too, I believe.
Naomi's is too.
Yeah. Well, she got a Uso, so I think whenever they lose their belts, I think that's when they'll decide her fate. They're like, no, we gotta keep this bloodline thing going. I'm like, bro, Roman Reigns has beaten them all. Every time he beats somebody, he keeps the mic. He said, I beat them all.
Real quick, before we go out of here, Roman Reigns, okay. Why is he not on TV when he got AJ Styles? He's got who else? Bobby Lashley. he's got.
Roger, I want to say this for another day. But you're right. He got all this talent you can put him in. Like I've seen where they said two people that could definitely take the belt off of Roman Reigns. Finn Balor was one of them. And they said Lashley. They said McIntyre, even though a lot of people don't really care for McIntyre anymore. But hell, even Kevin Owens. Like I follow Sir Watkins and the Jobber Tears podcast on Instagram. Y'all check them out. He even said Kevin Owens is on another level. Yeah. They need to push this man right now because the way Kevin Owens, his character right now is making it seem like he's crazy. I love this storyline they got going on with Elias and Ezekiel. And
it's good work. It's good work.
It's good work. But Kevin Owens always put out good work.
Yeah.
Look who he learned from. He learned from Cena. He's had a friendship with Chris Jericho. This man is a gift. Yeah. Use it. Even Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, I can see him trying to help Roman Reigns win the belt at SummerSlam, but actually costs him the belt.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, come on, man. Like, give us something fresh. Like these
he got plenty to keep him busy.
Yeah, even when they came on SmackDown and he was like, hey, he's a liar. He's Ezekiel. And then, they started arguing. Like, Kevin Owens is just awesome. And I feel like even though he re-signed his contract, stay with WWE, I don't know why, they need to push this man.
Yeah, they do.
So whether it's having him win the Royal Rumble, have him win the Money in the Bank, push him.
Facts.
So, any last remarks before we head out, sir? We are reaching that almost that 40-minute mark.
No.
We've covered Forbidden Door. We've covered Vince McMahon allegations. And we've also covered Sasha Banks and a little bit of the bullshit that's going on with WWE. And
she could be the newest baddie. They put out that baddie search. Sasha, she could be.
If she pops up at Forbidden Door.
It could be.
Because technically, even though she's not, unless they got it in their contract, they can't go to see other wrestling promotion. I don't know. I just look up the WWE contract.
She getting out of that 90 days without a doubt.
Yeah,
she getting out of that.
WWE just don't want to do it, but I'm like, gotta do it. Do it. Get her out. She don't want to be there anymore.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess this does it for the podcast for champions. You can follow me. You already know it, but I'm going to tell you. Living Legend _BJP on IG. You can follow Roger T Production on IG. It's been real, y'all. It's been real. We're going to catch up on the next episode. And we're going to give feedback on what we observed from this pay-per-view, as well as any updates on WWE in case y'all lazy to read it. I don't mind reading it and me and Roger spilling the tea and letting y'all know the stuff.
Right.
But it's been real, you guys. Link in the bio, Facebook and IG. It's been real, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.
Peace.
Born as the Messiah. I ain't studied for the title. I'm an idol. It's nothing to make your buddy a disciple. And I always had